Well, I hit the button anyway, and Maeve's not on screen. Here, let me put Maeve back on screen. I just about died backstage.
I know, I heard. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I took a sip of my coffee and then decided to count down from 5, and then I hit the button, and then it was already transitioning, and I was dying. Mm-hmm. And here we are. Welcome to the Ultra Live Show, where I'm still alive, and so is Maeve. Welcome to the program. It is a Thursday afternoon here on the East Coast. It's 2 p.m. here. We're so happy you have decided to join us, whatever you're doing. Typically in this little brief time window, Maeve or I give a recommendation. But Maeve came screaming out of the gate during our pre-production meeting today and said, I have both a recommendation and an anti-recommendation, or whatever you said. Non-recommendation?
I'm calling it a don't bother.
A don't bother. Okay, so you want to start with the good news or the bad news first?
I'm going to start with the don't bother because the don't bother inspired me to give the recommendation. So they go hand in hand.
Okay.
Yes. So the don't bother is, okay, I don't want to beat around the bush too long. I'm just going to say the don't bother is watching the new Persuasion on Netflix.
What? Really?
Don't bother. Don't bother. Let me tell you. So when I first saw the trailer, I thought it looked really bad, but I wanted to be really controversial and like it, because when I first saw the trailer, I was like, this doesn't look very good. And I thought this was like a hot take. Like I was going to be the only one who was thinking it wasn't very good. But then as I got closer to the release of the movie, everyone was saying, like, reviews and peers and whoever was saying, yeah, this also doesn't look good. So I was like, okay, so I guess my opinion isn't that controversial. So last night, after much convincing of my fellow sisters to watch it with me, I wanted to go in, now be controversial, and find stuff I liked about it. And, there was some stuff, but overall, really not good. Really not good. I think the book Persuasion is it's a more mature Jane Austen novel, just in terms of, there's not like a lot of hype around it, and there's more subtlety with the love story, and I really like that about it. There's a lot more depth. But what they did was they made it like quirky girl Dakota Johnson breaking the fourth wall, winking at the camera a lot. There was too much winking and not enough yearning. That was
put that on the box.
Exactly.
Too much winking, 1 star.
Exactly. Too much winking at the camera, too much side eye, like I'm a quirky Jane Austen girl. So all of the Persuasion fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Just, I feel like maybe if you're not a Jane Austen person and you just want a fun Regency piece, maybe this is for you. But they completely missed the tone and the depth of the novel, which, I don't know, it was very upsetting. And I really wanted to like it. Like, I really wanted to be controversial and say, all the critics are saying this is terrible, but I actually liked it for this and this and this. But it totally fell flat. But my recommendation is another adaptation that's not Jane Austen, but kind of in that same vein, that was a little bit edgy and a little bit winking at the camera, breaking the fourth wall, that did really, really well, was Amazon Prime's Vanity Fair miniseries.
Really?
So well done. And I think, I really like it when characters break the fourth wall. Like, I think it's really fun. And if you're going to add a little edge to Regency and a little, add a little modern take to stuff, I think you have to be really careful. And it totally fell flat with Persuasion, but with Vanity Fair, it made it so good. Like, I was blown away. And I haven't read Vanity Fair, so maybe that could play into it, but I thought they did a great job, because the main character in Vanity Fair would break the fourth wall. Like, she would wink to the audience. She would let the audience in on her subconscious. And Elliot in Persuasion, no. She would be like reading in the corner, hoping no one is like looking at her for too long. And when the hot guy comes in, she's just gazing longingly at him. Like, she's not breaking the fourth wall.
Interesting. Yeah, Olivia Cook is the main actress.
She's so good.
She was in no, was not in West Side Story. She was in
She was in Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Mhm.
She was also in a show called Bates Motel, which I've heard of. I've never watched.
Mm.
It was a BBC television show. Vanity Fair. That was
So
from
good.
2018. My goodness.
Yeah, it's a while. It's been out for a while.
Hmm.
So I would say don't bother watching Persuasion unless you really want to just, suffer for an hour and a half and go right to Vanity Fair.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's a mini series, so you can get in small doses, so it's not like, you can watch it over a couple of days.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Like and dislike. Boom. Awesome. Thanks for that, Maeve. So Maeve, you have a little bit of news
Yes.
before we get to this episode of the Ultra Live show. And I want to say it's been a long time coming, but I don't think it's been a long time. Well, maybe it's been a long time coming. I don't know. What's your news, Maeve?
My news is that this is my last Ultra Live show.
Boo.
I know. And I know. It's sad. It's sad, but I think change is always hard, but sometimes change is good. And I'm at a point in my life where change is coming and it's very bittersweet. And I've just enjoyed doing the Ultra Live show so much. Andy and I met almost a year ago
Yeah.
at this point, talking about it and seeing how we could get this together. And I was so excited because I think a live element having a little bit of that personality, the banter, the talking about the product that we're both so excited about. I really wanted to do something like this, and the fact that we were able to do it, I'm just so thankful. And I really think this is not a goodbye. I think it's a see you later. You know what? I really hope in the future I can pop in and say hello, if when the Ultra Live show continues on without me.
Well,
I know I'm leaving it in amazing hands because you are the captain of this ship, Andy, and I'm so thankful to have worked with you this past year.
I'm the captain now. So two things on that. Number one, Maeve, thanks for being part of this, for being the brainchild of this along with me, and kind of for just doing whatever, and for being adaptable, and just really watching you learn how to operate in a live space over the last year, and watching you just really you started. I went back and right before this, a couple days ago, after you told me you were leaving, I went back and I watched our first Ultra Live show, and it was rough.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There was a lot of weird pauses, and we hadn't really figured out each other's banter and our talking. But then slowly but surely, you can go to some of the episodes we did with the interviewing people, and then even just kind of some of the one-off stuff where we were talking about just random things, the way you were able to pick up on the weird cues of oh, it's my turn to talk now. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. And then the way I was able to pick up on your cues, that's very cool. And that doesn't happen by accident. That happens with a lot of work and a lot of listening, and really just, your stage training and your improv training. I'm being serious, has really, really paid off. So thanks for doing what you do. We're going to miss you. The door is open anytime for you to pop back on the show, and we can do any segment that you want. It'll be great.
I love it.
And the second thing is we are going to continue the Ultra Live show. It's going to look a little bit different. We're actually in talks with a couple of interesting church networks right now, and we'll have more on that within the next week or two. The Ultra Live show, theoretically, hopefully, and nobody's listening to this, so it doesn't matter, but the show is going to be turning into a little bit less Ultra Live product specific and a little more digital church specific, with Ultra Live as the backdrop. So, we're going to be able to have some of those conversations that we started to have with some of our guests, and especially with people that have been using the product. One of my favorite things to do is to ask people, how they're doing ministry. And when we start to partner with a couple of these church organizations and kind of, have loose affiliations with them, we can actually do a show for them. And so I'm really excited about that in the near future. So stay tuned. Big things coming, but we're also going to miss our intrepid guest host, Maeve Brooks.
I'm gonna miss you guys too. And it was so much fun, like this past year, meeting with different people and hearing their stories. I think that was so encouraging to see how creative and innovative everyone was.
Yeah, agreed.
And I was probably blown away every time we met with someone. So yeah, definitely go back and listen to our past conversations because you'll learn a lot.
Absolutely. Stephanie popped into the chat and just said, we're going to miss you, Maeve.
Oh.
Yes, I put that right over my face for whatever reason. Sorry about that. That's not where that should have gone. We will miss you, Maeve. Yes, we will. Maeve, I'm gonna let you do the honors then of introducing the topic today. I'm gonna let you. You're gonna pilot the boat today. So go ahead, introduce our topic.
So today we're going to be going through our top 5 Altar Live features. So each of us are going to give our top 5 favorite features. I think Altar Live is such a unique platform, and there are so many hidden or things people might overlook, aspects of the platforms that are just so cool and enhance the digital church experience. And so we wanted to each go through our top 5 and share what they are, why we love them, and why you should use them ASAP because they are really changing the game. So I'll start with mine.
You got it.
So I mean, I wouldn't go in order because they're all great. Like this is not a rank, so they're all at the same level. But my first one is audio and video sharing in meetings and rooms. I think this one, the first time I saw that this was coming and I was writing the product update and we were testing it and, getting ready to release it, I was so excited about this one. And also Andy made such a great video for this. Still laugh about it. You go watch it. It's hilarious. But it's a little it's self-explanatory, but I think what especially the video sharing is so huge because you've been in other video conferencing software platforms and people are trying to share their screen, trying to share a video, and it comes back so glitchy, and it's like a copy of the video, so you're seeing the video on someone else's screen coming into your screen, and there's lag, it's glitchy, you can't always hear, the picture's terrible. So what we did is that you can actually embed the video into everyone's screen by, as Andy just showed, you just paste the link of the video you want to show and everyone sees the video in crystal clear condition, no pauses, no lags. It is so cool, and it's just huge for any Bible studies, meetings, movie nights, whatever you want to do. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And the second one that what goes hand in hand with it is the audio sharing, which is also super fun because I love Spotify. I love listening to music. I love sharing my music. You can easily share your Spotify or link up your whatever sound you want to share, and you can play your music maybe during a staff meeting or Bible study and you want to have like a worship section. You can link your Spotify account and listen to your worship music and pray together. Or if you're having a little get together and you're like, and I was thinking like, Andy, oh my gosh, Ben Rector, have you heard this song? Let me play it for you.
Oh yes, but go ahead.
So that is my first one. So I'm going to pass it off to you now, Andy.
Yeah, totally. So I'm going to come at things a little bit from a different angle. Again, this is an unranked list of kind of our top 5 features. So whoever's listening, like, don't take this as, well, they hate this one here. Like, no. One of the best features about Altar Live is the ability to directly stream right into Altar Live via RTMP, which is real-time messaging protocol. It's essentially, it's what we do a number of times. Like if I want to get a video from a switcher or from some sort of broadcast platform on my computer, and I want to get it directly into Altar Live, I can just stream via RTMP directly into the platform. I just hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Let me hit the right button here. Of course, I do know how to pilot this thing. When you go to stream, you can actually stream your live video directly in, and you'll get a stream link, you get a stream URL, and you just paste that into your broadcast platform or your broadcasting software or your switcher or whatever. And then there's some other stuff that happens that we're going to get to in just a minute with multi-streaming. But what this allows you to do is to skip the middleman. You don't have to stream to Facebook. You don't have to stream to YouTube first and then take a link and copy and, lose some compression and lose some audio stuff and perhaps a lag or something in process. You just stream directly to us. We take your feed. We display it in your event. We display it in whatever you need to be happening. And boom, everybody can see it. And you control it. And that's all there is to it. So that's my number 5, number 1, whatever we're going to call it, feature. What about you, Maeve?
Perfect. All right, so the next one is kind of quintessential Alter Live. Like if you're going into the platform for the first time ever, this is kind of the first thing you're going to see. And this is also one of the things that makes Alter Live so unique. And what made me, when I first joined the team, was blown away, amazed, any adjective that has to do with positive feedback, that's what I was having in my brain, is the rows and tables.
There it is.
Applause. Immediately. Just applause. All right. There we go. Yep. Rows and tables. This one is so amazing because it gives you the face-to-face interaction, but on a more intimate, personal level, which I think is so needed. Because, you go into a regular video conferencing meeting and there's a million people's faces and boxes, and it can be overwhelming. You have no idea who's there because there's so many people. You can't find your people. But Alter Live knows that you want to be with your people and helps you to be with your people by providing spaces for that community. One in rows during the events, which it's just amazing because, you want to sit next to the people, or you want to meet new people. You can sit next to them and have those connections that you get in person. You have the body language of, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Did you hear what the pastor just said? That was such a good verse. Or did you hear what the pastor said? That was hilarious. You can have that within rows. You can have those little bits of community and like personal interaction that is so needed online, and Alter Live makes that a reality. Yep. And then with tables, we have the rooms, which are awesome, but I think the tables add another level of that community space. It's where you can have the prayer table, for example. It has the intimacy of some one-on-one time that is much needed, because maybe you don't want to join a room and there's a million people there. That's okay. Join a table and you can be with a couple other people or the pastor or whoever, host, greeter, and they can be with you in that moment and live life with you and pray for you. I think Alter Live does a great job of creating spaces for specific types of community.
Agreed.
And rooms, tables, and rows really, really help with that.
Agreed. Yeah. And this was one of the things that sold me on the platform when I was first looking at it, before I was even sort of working alongside of Alter Live. This is one of the reasons I actually was examining this. Then this was like a year and a half ago. The Alter Live had basically none. Well, they had a little small subset of the features that we have now. But the rows and the tables were the thing that made it for me. And that's what we have used, where we're allowed to just stream an event. And inside the event, I can have my live stream going via RTMP if I want to. And then I can simply click on a row, and then I can see people just like I'm looking at Maeve right now, face to face. Obviously, camera, lens, distance, and all that. But all I got to do is click a seat, and then boom, my little camera or my little box pops up. And we're now having a conversation. So yeah, it's a very special thing. My second sort of love, I don't know if I want to call it a love, but the second thing that I really have in my top 5 here is kind of piggybacks on the heels of the RTMP streaming, and that is the fact that you can multi-stream directly into Facebook and YouTube. So a lot of times what you have to do is you have to pay for a service like Restream or StreamYard or, some of those other services where you're going to stream your video into them via RTMP. You're going to stream a service into them, and then you're going to be able to multi-stream out to different places. So, you can split your stream off to Twitch and to YouTube and to Facebook and to sometimes LinkedIn and occasionally Twitter and, all of these other various and sundry things, Vimeo. Now, via your RTMP streaming, which is part of your plan here in Ultra Live, and you can pay for more hours if you need it, but all I got to do is just click this simple little button and then paste my stream or my RTMP URL and my stream key from YouTube and from Facebook. Boom, directly here. Ultra Live handles all of that for you. No need to go sign up for a brand new account. It's all built into the platform. There are handy little kind of guides here as well to show you where you can find YouTube RTMP streaming and Facebook RTMP streaming in case you get lost. Super simple. Once you put them in there, they're usually good to go. Like, you don't need to really worry about it a whole lot more. And then, boom, Bob's your uncle. So now you not only have a direct stream directly into, I just said direct there a couple times. Not only do you have a stream directly into Ultra Live, but now that stream, we, on our server side, we are now handling your multi-streaming out. So if you do have people that are still living on YouTube and Facebook, because like it or not, people are on all sorts of different platforms. Now, one Ultra Live subscription, you get all your rooms, you get all your meetings, all that other stuff. You also get multi-streaming via RTMP, and boom, now you're kind of doing church and living with people on all of these other platforms.
Amazing. Love it. Definitely. All right. Next one. So next one I have is a fun one. I mean, they're all fun, but this one's particularly fun. Reactions in meetings and rooms. I think you've seen them on other, you can see them on other live streaming platforms, but what ours have is the fun little sprinkle on top is our sound effects.
The sprinkle on top, huh?
The cherry on top, I guess.
That. No, I like it. It's good. I'm for it.
Sprinkle cherry, ice cream.
Totally.
Summer.
Yeah. Why not?
That's my train of thought.
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna see if this actually works. Hold on. Let me see if I can get these to come through. I have kind of a wonky thing happening here.
Would it be helpful for me to join or?
Right. No, maybe. You can't hear the sound, unfortunately.
Oh, you can't.
Wait.
Okay, well.
Nope, you can't.
Ooh, I'll just do it. Okay, there's like the thumbs up.
All right, hold on.
So you're in. Oh gosh.
Thumbs up is just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the clap. They don't usually sound like this. The laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
Great. Surprised.
Ooh.
The boo.
Boo.
And then silence.
Silence. Well, that's my favorite one because it's actually just crickets.
Crickets, yeah.
And I think that's such a fun touch. I mean, don't do it. Don't accidentally offend your staff or anything. But if the mood is right, throw in some crickets. I think it's hilarious.
Well, maybe offend them just a little. Keep them on their toes just a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
The
build character.
The reactions, we did a video, I want to say around Christmas time, maybe a little bit before, where we were talking about these, and that was actually a new addition, and I discovered those on the show. Like, I didn't realize those were actually in the platform until the show happened. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
So fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, and you can raise your hand and do all the boring stuff that you can do with other, conference meeting stuff, but like that's fun. I like that a whole lot.
Especially with the sound effects, like that's something you don't see often. And I think it adds such some lightness, some humor, we'll make a point if it needs, if it needs, especially maybe if the message isn't coming across.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah, exactly. My turn, and this is our third one. My third or second or whatever favorite thing is the analytics dashboard, which is brand new as of what, June, right?
Yeah.
May or June. So. This super helps. Now this data is all kind of wonky because this is just a test site, so this isn't actually what you would be seeing normally. But everything is right here it was one of the most requested features by pretty much all of our users. Instead of having to go aggregate things from Google or Facebook or YouTube or put a little pixel on a page that is going to gather something from Google Analytics, you can just gather stuff from right in here. You can get a report directly sent to you. You can open this up. Like, I'm just going to open this up to the beginning of July, all of July. Let's just see what was happening in our test site. Oh, right. I got to click update. Derp. Yeah, there you go. And it
Oh,
automatically
yeah.
updates. It shows you the total people, your members, your anonymous viewers.
Mhm.
It allows you to see how many people are actually creating accounts. That's the
So helpful.
literally says it right there. Returning visitors, which is the anonymous people that have visited more than once, which is also very helpful. That kind
Mhm.
of can tell you a little bit about retention and, if you need to up your game in terms of getting people to sign up for an account or getting people to talk to somebody in the chat, that type of thing. And then you can actually see your top meetings and your top, who actually attended these things, what time it was, and when it was. It's very, very, very cool. And like I said, you can get a report of that as a
Mhm.
CSV as well. Super helpful. I really, really dig this whole piece, especially as the tech nerd that I am. I love looking at numbers and I love looking at data like this. So good job, engineers. You did it well. I'm proud
Love
of you
it.
guys. Yeah.
And you made another Ultra Live show about
Mm-hmm.
this, right? Okay, yeah. So guys, check that out if you want to know more, because we're just going through and saying what we love. So if you want to go in depth, check out that video.
Totally.
Okay, so my turn. The next one is the backgrounds. So
Mm-hmm.
these are relatively new. When these came out, I was so excited because um
I don't know if I'm going to be able to
any
get to it.
oh no. Okay. Well, that's okay.
Let me see.
Okay. Well, you get the picture. You if you go
Literally.
yeah. Haha,
Ha
that's
ha
good.
ha. See what I
That's
did there?
good.
Hold on. This might break everything.
Okay. Should I keep talking?
Yeah.
I'll keep talking.
Oh my gosh. It's here.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Okay, so the new backgrounds. So exciting. Anytime like I don't have to clean my room and I can just throw the background in the back, sign me up.
Totally.
Um, and the nice thing is the one we have some really nice preset ones. The blurry one's really great. I think there's like a nice office space, so if you want to look very professional, you can have a like at the fake office space in the background. Love it. The mountains, the ocean, and then you can upload your own. So I was rocking like a beach
Yeah,
one
you
with
had a
like a
beach one. Yeah.
yeah,
Not this
there was
beach one.
not that one. It had like a little pink like sunset, I think. Um, Love it. Oh,
It freaks out with me because like I have so much stuff going on behind me.
yeah. Andy looks so comfortable at the beach.
I hate the beach. We've talked about this. Gosh darn it. I'm a fan of this.
um,
I'm a fan of the slight blur.
yeah, the slight blur is great.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one note. So what we did see when the backgrounds came out, sometimes they wouldn't always show up. So if you guys ever are having trouble accessing the pre-made backgrounds instead of uploading your own, go under view if you're on a Mac at the top, and make sure you're zoomed out, because
Yeah.
sometimes if you're zoomed too far in it won't show up. But so if you have trouble seeing it, go to zoom out. They will surely pop up then. It's worked on me a bunch of times. So yeah, really, really easy fix for that. So don't fret if you can't see them. But I just love the backgrounds. It adds some creativity. It helps with you know it helps with it adds a little flair. It keeps you from having to clean your room constantly, because you know how things can get during the week. It's perfect. It's a time saver. It's beautiful.
Thumbs
I
up.
love Thank you for the visual effects. That
You're
was really
you're so
helpful.
welcome. I gotta hang up because I'm getting tired of looking at myself here. My next thing is the community landing page, and this also
Also,
is one of those things that is you don't realize how much you actually like it. Is this one not set up for community landing page? I guess it's not, huh? Oh, that's right. Visibility is you stinkers. Well, here, let me save the changes real quick, and then we should have a where art thou?
interesting.
Hold on. I know we have one for
We do have one
yeah, right here.
because
Right there.
yeah, perfect.
So what the community landing page is if you don't know, a lot of times people put their live blurbs, their live services on their website, and you might as well. But sometimes we get asked like, okay, well, how do I hook directly from Alter Live into my website? And this is how. You get your very own bespoke, to a degree, community landing page. You can put your own colors, your own sort of navigation links and your own page theme, dark or light, your own logo, and then you can actually customize your navigation links up here at the top as well. And essentially what this is just a hub for everything that's happening in your community. All of your events, all of your public meetings, all of your public, if you have a public room you want to open up, like this women's Bible study. Well, this is an event. This is a meeting. So all I got to do is click on this. You send your people to yourchurch.edu or dot com, whatever, yourchurch.com, dot religion. And you just say, hey, yeah, click the link whenever it's time. That way you don't need to be sending links around in emails. It gets really confusing when, oh, did I get the Zoom link? Maybe I don't have that Zoom link. Oh, where's my Microsoft Teams thing? Oh, my Google Hangouts thing. No. Send them to your webpage. Tell them to click the button. Send them right here, right there to the community landing page. Bob is literally your uncle at that point.
I love it. Yeah, I think the community landing page is such a game changer because you can really customize it to your church's aesthetic.
Yep.
It's a really, really nice looking addition to your Altar Live account. So really don't skimp on that. Is that correct? Is that the correct term? Don't.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
I'm with it. I'm for it.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so my final one, last but definitely not least,
Most
we're not
certainly
ranking.
not.
Yeah, certainly not. We're not ranking here. We're just, throwing some favorites out there. So the automatic host greeter responses, like chat, and also the host notes channel,
which I don't have
section.
open right now. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's also that's more in the event creation
Yep.
process.
Yeah.
So we love our hosts and greeters. We really do, because they are the lifeblood, the heartbeat, they keep everything going in an Altar Live event. You really can't have a smooth Altar Live event without them, because they are the ones who are initiating the conversation, making sure everything's running smoothly. The go-between, between if newcomers want to get connected to the church, like they really help make everything happen. And so we know that and we see that. And so we want to equip them with the best tools. And so some of these tools are, the host chat. Like that's so huge, just to have a private separate channel that the host can easily communicate with. Also the host notes, that's amazing. You can put your entire schedule, your entire best practices guide. Yeah, look at that. Because they're the ones who are helping people engage throughout the event. So if you can have like pre-written messages, reminders, links, like anything your hosts need, you can put it in the chat, you can put it in the host notes. You can make sure your hosts and greeters are the most equipped they can be during any event, and we're so happy to provide features like that, because we really, really, really love our hosts and greeters.
Absolutely. And as a digital pastor, it helps that I don't have to be sending around. Again, this is all about organization and expediency. I don't have to be sending everybody a Google Doc every week saying, hey, here's the notes. I can just say, hey, you can log in and they're going to be right in the pane. And then there you go. Like you just copy and paste this stuff in there. There's all your links. There's all your notes. There's all your giving statement, everything that you need. And then that actually frees your hosts and greeters up to be a little bit more creative, and not have to worry about, finding, sometimes people don't necessarily want to keep 5 different windows open and, alternate like they're trying to hack a bank or something like that. They just want to be able to watch service and engage with the people around them. And that's what Host Notes allows you to do as a leader. It allows you to set your people up for success. Anything else I'm missing there?
No, I mean, always take advantage of the host privileges that we have. So, and there's more. So, and we've gone into that before, but we wanted to hone in on the host note and chat today. But
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely look into those host options, host privileges, whatever you want to call them.
Absolutely. And you can find that, just in case you missed where I was in there, you can actually find that if you go to your, go to leave in your Come on, there we go. In your dashboard itself, if you go into the meeting or the event that you're holding, if you go to your team page, you can actually scroll down to the bottom of your team page. You'll get an automatic greeting message, but you'll also get this big, gigantic host notes content thing. And you can do bulleted lists, you can bold, you can italics, you can underline, you can do all the markdown stuff that you want in here. And this will show up for your hosts as soon as somebody joins as a host. Really super simple, and it's all located right within the team thing. So all you got to do is just add your team member, bada bing, bada boom, you're in. And that's one of the reasons I wasn't seeing it, was because I'm not added as a host in this. Fine. I didn't want to host this event at all.
I don't know. I kind of feel privileged that I am. I don't know how that happened, but you know.
Well,
okay, good. Add yourself.
Here, look, I'm gonna do the thing, and then we're gonna go back to the host did not grant access.
What?
I just got told bad stuff.
Oh wait, but you do have hosts.
Yeah, now options. I do. Yeah, I just refreshed the page. Yeah, so there's this little button that pops up down here. I can copy this, and then Pastor so and so just said the thing. Cool. There we go. When was the time someone loved you enough to speak spiritual truth, Maeve? Don't answer that.
Yeah, that was a deep question. I wasn't ready for that.
I'm sorry. I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. My final thing here, first or last, depending on, we're not ranking, but one of the other main things that sold me on the platform when I first came to this over a year ago was your announcements, which announcements happen. There are other church online platforms that do announcements, and that's fine. We give you 3 different options. We give you a panel, which pops up over here. We give you a modal, which actually pops up right in the middle, or we give you a notification, which will pop up in the corner over here, actually down here. And so you can interact with those, and you can do the thing. You can put your title, and you can put a link in here and buttons and all this stuff, and that's fine. Like that's cool. But the thing I really, really appreciated was this right here, the polls. I loved being able to, and still do, love being able to use polls directly in chat. I can build out who's your favorite altar live show.
This is, wow, controversial.
This is polarizing. I know.
This is a hot topic.
Your favorite altar live show host?
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to say show results to everybody. The first one's going to be Maeve. Second one's going to be Andy.
This is awkward.
I'm going to publish it, and then I'm going to vote, and I'm going to say Maeve is my favorite.
Aww, that is so sweet.
It's my gift to you as you're leaving.
Thank you.
Vote for yourself. I don't care. You can be selfish and vain and arrogant. That's fine.
No, wait.
Don't vote. Oh my gosh, she did it. We split the vote, guys. Look at that. We're so popular.
So
and nobody watching this can ever get to this event. So ha 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 ha. We're always going to split the vote. No, this is one of my favorite things to do because polls are good icebreakers. They're also good kind of winnowing forks, if you know what that is. They're kind of good dividers for going into tables later. You set up some questions, you divide things up. One of my favorites is like, what do you think of Tom Brady? Is he the GOAT or no? And then some people vote for GOAT, some people vote for no. And then you go into the lobby and you've got tables that are named GOAT or no. And then you invite people, hey, or who dat. That's right. That's the third one. And then you invite people to sit at the table that they had answered. And that is a perfect, easy way to split up exactly how to group people almost automatically into tables. Makes them feel a little more comfortable. It gives people a little bit of an icebreaker as they get to the table, because the people that are saying Tom Brady's the GOAT, like they feel justified in their choice, and so they're going to pop into that table and they're going to be like, yeah, we were right. And then the people that don't like Tom Brady, that think he's not the GOAT, they pop in, yeah, we don't like him. And then the people are like, don't know Tom Brady, go, man, what's sports in their table? And so like you've got all 3 camps there. Hooray, sports ball. And then now you've got this now you've got this genuine interaction that's happening automatically, and all you did was just simply post a poll there. So I love interactive polls. It's one of the things that keeps me coming back to Altar Live. What are we missing here? Anything in here that you want to jump into real quick?
I mean, we covered everything. I mean, I think that polls thing should be used more. I really think it's such a good, simple, easy way to start the conversation. Because, Andy just asked me that deep theological question and I like froze up. But if you were like, do you like that Persuasion movie? Yes or no? I'd be no, and then I would not be able to stop talking about how much I did not like it.
Yeah.
There you go. And then probably the other Jane Austen girlies in the congregation would
All two
agree
of them.
with me, and we would and we would start up a conversation, and before you know it, we're going to Bible study together.
Wow. Bible.
Yes.
You guys just jumped into Bible study. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know what happens if you send out the right poll.
You can change lives if with the right poll or announcement. You can change lives. You heard it here first, folks. You are affecting eternal destinies with the right poll.
Yes.
No pressure.
The
Next
right
time
poll.
that you're writing up your host notes. What else, Maeve? Anything that we're missing before we close up shop today?
Well, hopefully you don't hear my dog barking, but
I do not. I'm covering it up with the
Okay,
background
good.
music.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think that, like we said before, these are not, the only features out there. So take time to explore the platform, check out our blogs and our support articles, and if you need more help, sign up for a meeting with us, with Stephanie, and have all your questions answered, because there's a lot on Ultra Live, and it does take time to explore it, but it really, really equips you to make the best online event service ever.
Maeve, we're going to miss you.
Oh, I'm going to miss you guys too.
Okay. I guess that's all there is to it. I'm going to crank the music.
All right, bye.
Yeah, no. Okay, we're going to go cry in the corner now. No, seriously, thanks, Maeve, for everything. I said it. I meant it at the beginning. You're welcome back anytime. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to everyone who watched, that you responded, and that you watched, and that you rode this ride with us.
This crazy train for 43
crazy
episodes
ride.
or 44 episodes. Look at that.
That's crazy. I love it.
I know.
Congrats to us.
Congrats to us. All right, we're going to sign off today. Maeve, you're the best. Thanks so much.
You're the best. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye, guys.